it's raining white phosphorus, bombs, tears. Like, it's crazy in Gaza right now. And this is going to be my take on it as an African. Listen, before we get into it, I'm not a politician. I have no political background. My PhD is in environmental science. Like, I'm far away from this topic. This is going to be my view on it as someone who is not so much into politics, right? So you can call it an idiot's take. This is going to be an idiot's take on whatever that's happening in Gaza right now. Like the whole conflict between Israel and it, like we watching this happen in real time, and we as humans are as stupid as ever. We are as stupid as ever. You have people going, I stand with Hamas, I stand with Israel, I stand with Palestine. Like, bro, where are your brains? There is something on your neck. It's called the head. Inside the head, there is something called the brain. Use it. Whilst you are standing with A, B, C, there are people dying. Anyway, like I said, this is going to be my take on it. This is going to be an idiot's take on whatever that's happening there. I'm a Christian. I would like to put that out there. My views may be biased. I may speak for or against, but hey, you're not going to know until you watch the whole video. Let me roll the intro. When we come back, I'm going to jump on this one right here, and you're going to hear the take of an African on the whole conflict and like, what is the way forward? Who caused what? What's the way forward? And before I even get into the video, let me say this again. So with all those people who are saying like, I stand with Hamas, I stand with Israel, are you ready to put are you ready to stand on your word? Should we give you a gun right now and you would go to the Gaza Strip? Are you ready to do that? You're just stupid, sitting in your homes saying, I stand with your words mean nothing, bro. This is not the way forward. Humanity is as stupid as ever. This is what this is what we thrive on. War. Anyway, like I said, I'm not into politics. I'm a Christian. I'm African. And this is going to be my view on it. Who is right, who I think is wrong, and what I see as the way forward. Let me roll the intro. When we come back, we jump onto this one right here. Hey, this one right here I call Gossip Avenue. On my show, you may not agree with what I say, but then that's what I like about it. Go into the comment section, let me know what you think. We may throw a couple of insults back and forth, but hey, that's nothing. This discussion has to be had. Like, we have to have it. What did I even say? I'm speaking bullshit English right now. Let me roll the intro. When we come back, we jump into this one right here and we talk about it. Welcome to Gossip Avenue, an idiot's take on the war in Israel. Between Israel and Hamas, yeah, let me roll the intro. Let's do it. So it's no news. We all know what's going on now. We all know what's happening on the Gaza Strip right now between Israel and Hamas. Who started what? If you look at the pictures that it's coming out from that end, bro, it's crazy. This is the 21st century, bro. This is the 21st century. This is not like AD or BC, whatever. But we're still going through this. We're still going through war. We're not done with the whole Ukraine-Russia thing. That is still ongoing. That is still ongoing. It's like, it's still there. And now we have to deal with this. We're not done with all the coups happening in Africa. And we still now have to deal with this. But Dennis, let's go back. Let's go back into history. And I know people are going to say, Israel went in there and they took their land from the Palestinians, right? That is it. And actually, that's what happened. Is it right or wrong? How was land ever, how did people ever conquer lands? How did people ever own lands? How did territories expand? That is how it's been. That is, people go, they fight, and then the winner takes over the land. That's how it's always been. That's how it's always been. So, with all those people who are like, oh, I stand with Palestine, and then Israelis have to give back their land, it's like, okay, then I think America has to give their land back to the Indians. It belongs to them. It's theirs. That's neither here nor there. That is how land has always been. That the whole acquisition of land, the whole how countries are formed, how territories are expanded, that's how it's always been. But is it right? If you have to go into what is right or wrong, that this whole debate, it's never gonna end. It's this is an this before I was going to say before God, but that yeah, this is how it's been ever since. So is it that you're trying to say Israelis should give the land back to the Palestinians? Then where will they go? That's a question though. But is it right that Israel had to do what they did? We all know how the British or whatever, and how whole the Israel came to be, and how it is, and how it has persisted, and how they've maintained till now. But in all that, I think if there are two people coexisting, and as they coexisting, we know one is stronger than the other, I think we would rather tell the other one, hey, you know what? If you go hit this person, if you go touch him, he's going to beat you. Like, bro, this guy is way stronger than you are. So as much as he's probably like doing all these other things to you, find a way to have a discuss. Find a way to have a discussion. Find a way to settle this whole thing amicably. But whatever happened, is it like 4 days ago? Whatever happened with what Hamas did, I do not see any way, shape, or form that any individual can justify this. Israel has been doing this time on time. They are always inflicting pain on the people of Hamas, on the people in Palestine. They've always been doing that. Is it right? Hell no. But this has always been on the military front. One military, the other military, they're fighting. But hey, mind you, in the Middle East, the whole dynamics between how the army, how the military is very different. Take a country like Israel. It's compulsory. It's compulsory to undergo training. It's there. Unless you're training to be a rabbi, that's when you're exempted. If not, it's compulsory to go in there and serve in the military before you go on to do whatever that you want to. Is it like after high school or what? So they all do have military training, and they are all bounded to be able to be called back to the. You all can see right now, they're like, oh, you're calling on conscripts. They all have to come back. So who is a military person, right? That's a question I think most people are not asking. Who is a military person? In Israel, it's not going to be the person who is actively serving now. The random dude you're seeing on the street has the training and is bounded to pick up the phone and go like, hey, we need you, and he would go. Then he's a military person, right? The fact that he's not active doesn't mean he's not in the military. So I think that would justify Hamas being like, okay, like, who are we fighting? All the military, like the whole Israel is the military, so we can go in there and kill and do whatever that we want to do. From that front, Hamas can justify it. Because, bro, time on time, you're doing this thing to us. You've made it such that we've been pushed to just this strip, just about the size of New York. Highly densely populated, no jobs, no water. Like, how are people going to live in that situation? So if they want to fight, you can't just be like, oh, we're going to do this thing to you, and then we're going to dictate how you should respond. No. Humans are like air. If you compress them, it gets to a limit. Think about the gas cylinders, right? When you put the gas, it gets to a level at which you cannot add up anymore. It's going to explode. So this thing has been there. This is not to justify whatever that Hamas went to do, but if you keep pinching people, if you keep going in there and poking them, they would poke back. But do you poke back in such a way that it's like you go in there, like I was saying earlier, the whole Israel is the military, right? But do you go in there and kill the women, the old men, you kill everybody? You go into a house and randomly kill everybody in the house. Like, you kill everybody. You kill the kids, the pets, you kill everyone in there. Why would you want to do that? Knowing these guys are way stronger than you, and whatever that you are going to do right now, they can do 10, 20 times more than that. That's a question. It's like I'm trying so hard to understand.